The Serendipitous Quest, Unraveling the Random Meaning of Life. Chapter 1, The Mysterious Pendant. Scene 1. Emma sat at her cluttered desk, surrounded by stacks of research papers and half-filled notebooks. Frustration etched deep lines on her forehead as she stared at the equations and formulas that failed to provide any answers to her burning questions. Existential thoughts plagued her mind, weighing heavy on her shoulders. Her colleague, Mark, noticed her distress and approached her with concern. "Emma, is everything okay? You seem lost in thought," he remarked, his voice filled with genuine care. Emma sighed deeply, looking up from her work. "Mark, I can't help but feel like something is missing. Like there's a puzzle piece that I can't find," she admitted, her voice tinged with longing. Mark leaned against her desk, studying her with a knowing gaze. "You're not alone in those feelings, Emma. We're all searching for meaning in our own ways," he offered, his words laced with empathy. Emma nodded, her eyes filled with a yearning for something greater than what lay before her. "I know, but I can't shake this nagging feeling that there's more to life than what meets the eye. That there's some random meaning waiting to be discovered." Mark's eyes widened slightly, his curiosity piqued. "Funny you should mention that. There have been rumors floating around about a pendant that supposedly holds the key to unraveling the random meaning of life," he revealed, his voice dropping to a hushed tone. Emma's heart skipped a beat at the mention of the pendant. A flicker of hope ignited within her as she leaned closer to Mark, eager for more information. "What do you know about it? Where can I find it?" she asked, unable to conceal the excitement in her voice. Mark smiled knowingly, warming to Emma's enthusiasm. "Legend says it can be found hidden away in an antique shop downtown. But be warned, Emma, those who seek its knowledge often find themselves on a journey they never expected," he cautioned, his gaze intent. Emma's determination hardened as she made up her mind. "I have to find it. I can't ignore this chance to uncover the random meaning of life," she declared, a fire ignited within her eyes. With a pat on Emma's shoulder and an encouraging smile, Mark wished her luck on her quest. Little did either of them know that this seemingly innocent decision would set Emma on an extraordinary adventure beyond her wildest dreams. As Emma left the office and stepped out into the bustling city streets, she felt a renewed sense of purpose filling her every step. The search for the pendant had begun, and nothing would deter her from finding the answers she so desperately sought. Scene 1 concludes here. Chapter 1, The Mysterious Pendant. Scene 2. Emma stood before the ancient tree, its gnarled branches stretching towards the sky like an intricate puzzle waiting to be solved. The symbols etched into its bark glowed with an otherworldly radiance, mirroring the awe and anticipation in Emma's eyes. Taking a deep breath, Emma reached out with trembling fingers, tracing the contours of the first symbol. Each stroke seemed to awaken a hidden energy within the tree, causing a gentle hum to resonate through the forest. It was as if the very essence of life responded to her touch. As she continued deciphering the symbols, the forest embraced her presence. Lush greenery swayed in rhythmic harmony, breathing life into the once still air. Sunlight filtered through the canopy above, creating a dappled dance of light and shadow on the forest floor. Lost in this enchanting symphony of nature, Emma hardly noticed when a soft rustling sound broke through her concentration. Her heart skipped a beat as she turned around, finding herself face to face with an ethereal creature unlike anything she had ever seen. The being had translucent wings that shimmered with every movement, casting an iridescent glow in its wake. Its delicate features and mischievous grin hinted at a playful nature, contrasting with the air of wisdom emanating from its luminous green eyes. "Luna," Oliver greeted the creature warmly, his voice laced with familiarity and respect. "It seems our paths have crossed once again." Luna's gaze shifted from Oliver to Emma, curiosity dancing in her eyes. "So, this is the one you've been raving about?" "The seeker of truth." Luna's voice held a lilt of amusement, as if she found immense delight in unraveling secrets hidden within Emma. Emma felt a mix of intrigue and wariness towards Luna. It was as if this sprite possessed an uncanny ability to peer into her thoughts and discern her true nature. Yet, there was also an undeniable magnetism that drew her closer, tugging at her curiosity. "I am indeed seeking answers," Emma admitted cautiously, choosing her words carefully. "I believe this pendant may hold the key to unraveling the random meaning of life." Luna chuckled softly, a mischievous twinkle in her eyes. "Ah, so you've heard the legend too?" "The pendant is but one piece of a much larger puzzle," Oliver interjected, his voice calm yet brimming with wisdom. "Indeed, Luna is correct. The path to understanding lies not only in an object but in the journey itself." Emma considered their words, feeling a mixture of hope and uncertainty welling up within her. She had entered the forest seeking answers, unaware that she would encounter both allies and challenges along the way. Yet, deep down, she knew that venturing into this unknown territory was necessary for her growth and understanding. As Luna fluttered around them with boundless energy, Oliver extended his hand to Emma, offering guidance and support. "Shall we continue this quest together?" His eyes conveyed a silent promise of shared adventure and self-discovery. Emma took a moment to steady herself before accepting his offer. With newfound determination coursing through her veins, she clasped Oliver's hand firmly, acknowledging that they were embarking on a serendipitous journey that would forever change their lives. Scene 2 concludes here. Chapter 1. The Mysterious Pendant. Scene 3. The trio stood in the aftermath of the confrontation, their hearts pounding with a mix of adrenaline and relief. Emma's hand clutched the pendant tightly, its weight a constant reminder of the challenges that lay ahead. Luna's bright green eyes darted between Emma and Oliver, a playful smirk tugging at the corners of her lips. "Well, that was certainly an interesting way to start our journey," she commented, her voice laced with amusement. Oliver chuckled softly, his gaze locked on Emma as he spoke. "Indeed, Luna. It seems fate has intertwined our paths for a reason." He turned to Emma, his eyes filled with a mixture of warmth and determination. "Emma, I'm glad you're safe. But we must remain vigilant. There are forces at play that seek to hinder our progress." Emma nodded solemnly, acutely aware of the immense responsibility that now rested upon their shoulders. She couldn't shake the feeling that their encounter with the shadowy figures was just a taste of the challenges that awaited them on their quest. As they continued deeper into the forest, guided by Luna's mischievous intuition and Oliver's unwavering wisdom, Emma couldn't help but ponder the mysterious nature of their newfound companions. Luna flitted from branch to branch, her silver hair glimmering in the dappled sunlight. With each graceful leap, she seemed to embody a sense of freedom and curiosity that ignited a spark within Emma's weary heart. Oliver walked alongside Emma, their footsteps echoing through the enchanted forest. His warm smile and gentle encouragement brought a flicker of help to Emma's introspective mind. Despite his cheerful facade, she sensed a hidden world of wisdom and experience within him, waiting to be unveiled. As they ventured further into the forest, Emma couldn't help but marvel at the ethereal beauty that surrounded them. Vibrant flowers bloomed in kaleidoscopic hues, their delicate petals reaching towards the sun in a silent dance of life. The air was infused with an intoxicating scent of moss and earth, as if nature itself was whispering secrets only meant for them to hear. Suddenly, Luna halted mid-flight, her ears perked up in alarm. "We're being watched," she whispered, her voice barely audible above the rustling leaves. Emma's heart raced as she scanned their surroundings, her senses heightened by Luna's warning. Shadows flitted between trees, elusive figures blending seamlessly into the forest's embrace. Oliver placed a reassuring hand on Emma's shoulder, his expression calm yet alert. "Remember, Emma, we must trust in one another and ourselves. Our journey is just beginning." With a deep breath, Emma steadied herself and tightened her grip on the pendant. She knew that this quest would test not only her resolve but also her understanding of the fragile threads that connected them all. With Luna leading the way and Oliver by her side, Emma stepped forward into the unknown. The forest whispered its secrets as they walked, promising answers and revelations that would push them closer to unraveling the random meaning of life. Scene 3 concludes here. Chapter 2. Meeting Oliver. Scene 1. Emma and Oliver stood on a hill overlooking the city, their eyes fixed on the distant horizon. The sun dipped below the skyline, casting a golden hue across the world as dusk settled in. "I never imagined embarking on a quest like this," Emma confessed, her voice filled with a mix of excitement and vulnerability. Oliver turned towards her with a warm smile, his eyes reflecting the fading sunlight. "Life has a way of leading us down unexpected paths, doesn't it?" he mused, his tone carrying a gentle wisdom. Emma nodded, her thoughts drifting back to her earlier conversation with Mark. "I spent so much time searching for answers within equations and formulas," she admitted, her voice tinged with regret. "But now I realize that the true meaning of life can't be confined to logic or science." Oliver's gaze softened, recognizing the turmoil within Emma's words. "Sometimes, the answers we seek lie outside the realm of what we can comprehend with our minds," he offered, his voice steady yet comforting. Emma's eyes sparkled with curiosity as she studied Oliver. There was an air of mystery about him, as if he held secrets that could unlock profound truths. "Tell me, Oliver," she began, her words carrying a flicker of hope. "What led you on this quest? What do you seek?" Oliver paused for a moment, his expression turning introspective. "I have always been drawn to stories and tales," he confessed, his voice resonating with fondness for the past. "They hold an inherent power to shape our understanding of the world and ourselves. But as I grew older, I realized that there was more wisdom to be found beyond the pages of books." Emma leaned in closer, captivated by Oliver's words. "And what did you discover?" she asked eagerly, her analytical mind craving answers. A knowing smile played on Oliver's lips as he met Emma's gaze. "That true wisdom lies in embracing the mysteries of existence. It lies in the connections we form with others and the moments we share along life's serendipitous journey." Emma pondered his words, feeling a sense of resonance deep within her being. She had spent so much time searching for meaning in isolation, unaware that it was through human connection that she would find the enlightenment she sought. "I feel like I've been living in shades of grey," Emma admitted quietly, her voice laced with vulnerability. "But this quest, it feels like stepping into a world of vibrant colors and infinite possibilities." Oliver's eyes gleamed with understanding as he reached out to gently grasp Emma's hand. "You are not alone in that sentiment," he assured her, his touch offering solace amidst uncertainty. "Together, we will navigate these uncharted waters and uncover the truths that have long eluded us." As dusk gave way to nightfall and stars began to twinkle above them, Emma felt a newfound sense of purpose intertwine with her every heartbeat. With Oliver by her side, she knew that this serendipitous quest would lead her not only to the random meaning of life but also to a deeper understanding of herself. Scene 1 concludes here. Chapter 2, Meeting Oliver. Scene 2, Emma, Oliver, and Luna stepped into a bustling marketplace, their senses immediately overwhelmed by a kaleidoscope of colors and an orchestra of sounds. The air was thick with the fragrant aroma of spices and the sweet melody of street musicians. The trio weaved through the labyrinthine streets, their eyes darting from one curious stall to another. Vendors called out their wares in sing-song voices, enticing passers-by with promises of strange and marvelous treasures. Emma's gaze was drawn to a booth adorned with shimmering trinkets. Delicate crystals reflected beams of sunlight in all directions, casting prisms of color across the stall. A middle-aged woman with wide, knowing eyes beckoned Emma closer. "Step right up. Discover the secrets of the universe with these enchanted crystals," the woman proclaimed in a melodious voice. Intrigued, Emma approached the booth, her hand reaching out to touch one of the crystals. As soon as her fingers brushed against its smooth surface, images flooded her mind. Visions of distant galaxies and ancient civilizations danced before her eyes. Oliver sensed Emma's fascination and joined her by the booth, his ever-present smile widening. "Ah, the allure of hidden knowledge," he whispered, his voice full of wonder. Luna, ever the mischievous sprite, flitted from stall to stall, her eyes sparkling with excitement. She picked up an ornate key and twirled it playfully between her fingers before placing it back on a velvet cushion. As they continued exploring the marketplace, they stumbled upon an old bookseller huddled under a canopy of musty tomes. His weathered face creased into a smile as he spotted them. "Books hold secrets untold, my friends," he said, his voice hoarse yet captivating. Within these pages lie tales that can transport you to faraway lands and ignite your imagination. Emma's eyes lit up at the sight of shelves stacked high with books of every size and color. She ran her fingers along their spines, feeling the promise of untold adventures beneath her touch. Oliver perused the selection, stopping at a book that seemed to emanate an ethereal glow. As he opened its pages, words flowed like liquid gold, painting vivid pictures in his mind. Further down the marketplace, they stumbled upon a tent filled with vibrant fabrics and peculiar masks. The enthusiastic seller regaled them with tales of masquerades and hidden identities, inviting them to try on masks that promised to reveal their true selves. Emma hesitated for a moment before slipping on a mask adorned with feathers and jewels. As she looked at herself in the mirror, she caught a glimpse of her reflection, not just physical features but something deeper, something intangible yet profound. The trio spent hours wandering through the marketplace, each encounter leaving an indelible mark on their souls. They marveled at sculptures that seemed to breathe life, tasted exotic spices that ignited forgotten memories, and listened to street musicians whose melodies tugged at heartstrings long untouched. As night fell on the marketplace, Emma, Oliver, and Luna found themselves sitting on a bench, surrounded by lanterns shimmering like stars in the darkness. They exchanged glances filled with a newfound understanding and appreciation for the magic that permeated their journey. In that moment, they realized that this serendipitous quest was about more than just finding answers. It was about embracing the randomness and beauty of life itself. And so, hand in hand, they ventured forth into the unknown, ready to unravel its secrets one extraordinary step at a time. Scene 2 concludes here. Chapter 2, Meeting Oliver. Scene 3, Emma, Oliver, and Luna found themselves wandering through a secluded garden hidden within the heart of a sprawling city. The air was heavy with an ancient energy, as if the statues surrounding them held secrets waiting to be unlocked. As they ventured further into the garden, Emma couldn't help but feel a sense of unease. The stone figures watched them with unblinking eyes, their silent presence both eerie and intriguing. Moonlight spilled through the branches above, casting an ethereal glow on their rigid forms. Oliver's gaze swept over the statues, his expression filled with a quiet curiosity. These figures hold the wisdom of ages, he mused, his voice barely audible above the rustling leaves. But it is up to us to awaken their secrets. Luna flitted around the statues, her laughter echoing through the garden. With every touch and whisper, she seemed to breathe life into the cold stone, inviting the statues to challenge their presence. Emma approached a weathered statue of a serene woman with eyes closed in deep contemplation. Its moss-covered surface felt cool against her fingertips as she traced the intricate carvings adorning its form. Suddenly, the statue's eyes fluttered open, revealing vibrant green irises that seemed to radiate ancient knowledge. Who seeks enlightenment? The statue asked in a voice as soft as a whispering breeze. Emma hesitated for a moment before responding, her voice steady yet tinged with uncertainty. I seek understanding, she replied, her words carrying a sincerity that resonated within her being. The statue regarded her with a depth of wisdom that transcended its stone exterior. To understand is to question, it intoned cryptically. What is your greatest question? Emma contemplated the question, her analytical mind racing to grasp the complexities of existence within a single inquiry. After a moment of introspection, she spoke with unwavering resolve. My question is this: how does randomness intertwine with purpose? How can chaos coexist with meaning? The statue's gaze intensified, its eyes seeming to penetrate Emma's very soul. Randomness gives birth to possibility, it responded, its voice echoing through the garden. Within chaos lies the potential for discovery and growth. It is through embracing uncertainty that we find meaning. Emma absorbed the statue's words, feeling both enlightened and humbled by its profound insight. She realized that her quest for answers was not about finding certainty but rather embracing the ebb and flow of life's unpredictable nature. Oliver stepped forward, his eyes shining with determination. "We acknowledge that randomness is the tapestry upon which meaning is woven," he stated firmly. "By unraveling its threads, we aim to uncover truths that have eluded us." The statue regarded Oliver with a mixture of approval and intrigue. "The path you tread is treacherous yet transformative," it warned ominously. "Only those who embrace uncertainty will prevail." With these enigmatic words lingering in the air, Luna danced around the statues once more, her impish laughter filling the garden. The stone figures seemed to lean in closer, as if awaiting their turn to challenge Luna's whimsical nature. As Emma, Oliver, and Luna prepared to face the next trial within this enchanted garden, they knew that their quest was far from over. The statues held untold secrets and riddles that would push them further into realms of self-discovery. With every step they took together, their resolve strengthened, fueled by a shared belief that meaning could indeed be found within life's unpredictable twists and turns. Scene 3 concludes here. Chapter 3, Luna's intriguing proposal. Scene 1. The crackling campfire cast a warm glow across Emma, Oliver, and Luna as they huddled together, their voices blending with the nocturnal symphony of forest sounds. Luna's mischievous green eyes sparkled with excitement as she broke the silence. "I have an idea," she began, her voice filled with a hint of intrigue. "There's a place rumored to hold unparalleled wisdom and forgotten knowledge. It's called the Library of Lost Knowledge." Emma's analytical mind kicked into gear, her curiosity piqued. "A library? How can it help us in our search for the random meaning of life?" she questioned, her tone laced with both skepticism and open-mindedness. Oliver leaned back against a fallen log, a smile playing at the corners of his mouth. "The library holds secrets that have long evaded mortal comprehension," he explained, his voice carrying a sense of awe. "Within its whispered pages lie answers that even the wisest cannot fathom." Emma mulled over their words, contemplating the risks and rewards that such a journey would entail. She was drawn to the allure of ancient texts and forgotten wisdom, yet a part of her remained hesitant to step further into the unknown. "I understand the appeal," Emma voiced cautiously, her analytical side taking over. "But what if it's all just speculation? What if this library is nothing more than a myth?" Luna's playful grin widened as she interjected, challenging Emma's doubts. But isn't that what makes it so intriguing? The possibility that there's more to discover than meets the eye?" she teased, her voice dancing with whimsy. Oliver chimed in, his eyes holding a glimmer of encouragement. "Life itself is full of uncertainties, Emma. Our quest is not about finding concrete answers but rather embracing the enigmatic nature of existence." Emma pondered their words, feeling torn between her logical side yearning for certainty and her adventurous spirit seeking enlightenment. She knew deep down that this quest was about more than finding definitive answers. It was about embracing the journey and uncovering new perspectives along the way. With a mix of determination and trepidation, Emma looked at Luna and Oliver with newfound resolve. "Let's do it," she declared, her voice resolute yet tinged with vulnerability. "Let's embark on this journey to the Library of Lost Knowledge and see what awaits us within its hallowed halls." Luna clapped her hands gleefully while Oliver nodded approvingly. The trio sat in companionable silence for a moment, savoring the weight of their decision and the anticipation of what lay ahead. As they gazed into the flickering flames, Emma couldn't help but feel a sense of unity with her newfound companions. Together, they were bound by a shared purpose, to unlock the secrets of existence and embrace the randomness that made life truly beautiful. Little did they know that their journey to the Library of Lost Knowledge would test their resolve and push them to their limits, challenging their preconceived notions and forcing them to confront truths they never expected. But for now, in the safety of their campsite beneath the star-studded sky, they relished in the unspoken promise that lay before them, an adventure beyond imagination that would forever change their lives. Scene 1 concludes here. Chapter 3, Luna's intriguing proposal. Scene 2, Emma, Oliver, and Luna stood in awe as they entered the Library of Lost Knowledge. The grandeur of the place took their breath away. 8 towering shelves filled with ancient tomes, flickering candlelight casting dancing shadows on the rows of books. The air was heavy with the scent of aged parchment, transporting them to a bygone era drenched in wisdom and forgotten tales. They navigated through labyrinthine corridors, their fingers gently grazing the spines of weathered books, as if seeking a connection to the knowledge held within. Emma's eyes widened with wonder as she pulled a worn book from a dusty shelf. Its leather cover was embossed with intricate patterns, hinting at the treasures hidden within its pages. She traced her finger along the text's faded gold lettering, feeling a surge of anticipation coursing through her veins. Oliver moved with a grace befitting his enigmatic persona, his fingers lightly brushing against the bindings of ancient manuscripts. He paused every so often, seemingly drawn to certain books that emitted an ethereal glow. His intuitive nature guided him to find volumes that held answers yet to be discovered. Luna flitted from one shelf to another, her enthusiasm infectious. Her laughter echoed through the library as she plucked books off the shelves, flipping through their pages with childlike curiosity. Each book seemed to contain fragments of her limitless imagination, feeding her insatiable thirst for knowledge. As they ventured deeper into the heart of the library, the atmosphere grew more intense. Shadows danced along the walls, reminiscent of hidden secrets waiting to be unveiled. Whispers floated through the air, voices from long ago, trapped within the confines of ancient tomes. They stumbled upon a section dedicated to cryptic texts and esoteric knowledge. The shelves were adorned with symbols and diagrams that defied comprehension, challenging even Oliver's profound understanding. Emma's analytical mind sought solace in deciphering these enigmatic writings. She painstakingly pieced together fragments of information from multiple volumes, connecting dots across different realms of thought. Her determination fueled her resolve to unlock elusive truths buried within these cryptic texts. Oliver's intuition led him to a section brimming with mystical tales and parables. He absorbed each story like a sponge, allowing the lessons woven within their words to seep deep into his very being. His wisdom grew with each page turned, expanding his already vast reservoir of knowledge. Luna found herself surrounded by shelves filled with spellbinding myths and legends. She eagerly soaked in every narrative, her imagination intertwining with the stories until they were indistinguishable from reality. Her mischievous nature embraced the whimsical tales, finding inspiration within their enchanting worlds. As time slipped away in this hallowed sanctuary of knowledge, Emma, Oliver, and Luna unearthed fragments of wisdom that echoed throughout eternity. Their journey through this boundless repository of forgotten lore reinforced their belief in the transformative power of knowledge and its capacity to shape their perception of existence. Scene 2 concludes here. Chapter 3, Luna's Intriguing Proposal. Scene 3. Emma, Oliver, and Luna stood before a colossal door adorned with intricate symbols, their hearts pounding with anticipation. The air crackled with an energy that seemed to emanate from within, as if the very essence of knowledge lay just beyond their reach. The Guardian, a figure cloaked in shadows, towered over them, its presence both imposing and enigmatic. Its voice resonated through the chamber, echoing off the stone walls. "To enter the realm of secrets, you must prove yourselves worthy," it intoned cryptically. Emma exchanged glances with Oliver and Luna, their eyes reflecting a mix of determination and uncertainty. They knew that this was a pivotal moment in their quest, one that would test not only their knowledge but also their ability to think beyond conventional boundaries. The Guardian presented them with a series of puzzles, each more perplexing than the last. Symbols danced across the floor, demanding decipherment. Riddles whispered in their ears, urging them to unravel their cryptic meanings. Together, they pooled their collective wisdom and skills. Emma's analytical mind dissected patterns and formulated logical solutions. Oliver's intuition guided him to unconventional answers rooted in intuition and perception. Luna's sharp intellect pieced together seemingly unrelated ideas to unveil hidden connections. As minutes turned into hours, they delved deeper into the labyrinthine chambers of the mind. The room grew dimmer, illuminated only by the faint glow of enchanted orbs suspended from the ceiling. Each challenge pushed them closer to the edge of their limits, testing their tenacity and resilience. Emma's brow furrowed as she wrestled with a particularly complex puzzle, her mind racing against an invisible clock. She rearranged symbols, searching for meaning within chaos. Suddenly, A surge of enlightenment washed over her, a solution crystallizing before her eyes. With a triumphant cry, Emma unlocked the puzzle's secret, causing the door before them to groan open. The Guardian tilted its head slightly in approval, acknowledging their perseverance and intellectual prowess. Oliver stepped forward with confidence, his eyes shining bright with a fire ignited by each conquered challenge. He approached a wall covered in ancient glyphs and mysterious illustrations. With every stroke of his hand, he pieced together a mural that revealed profound insights into the nature of existence. As Oliver completed his task, a surge of energy reverberated through the chamber. The glyphs came alive, forming intricate patterns that danced across the walls.